Clint Eastwood, born Clinton Eastwood Jr. on May 31, 1930, in San Francisco, California, grew up during the hardships of the Great Depression, a time that shaped his grit, discipline, and quiet determination, traits that would later define him on screen and behind the camera. Raised by his parents, Clinton Eastwood Sr. and Margaret Ruth, he spent his youth battling shyness and building a strong work ethic, eventually serving in the U.S. Army during the Korean War era, where his disciplined nature strengthened even further. After returning home, he drifted through odd jobs before pursuing acting more seriously, a path that led to early television roles and then his breakout as Rowdy Yates in the 1959 to 1961 Western series Rawhide. His rise to international fame came in the 1960s with Sergio Leone's Dollars trilogy, A Fistful of Dollars, For a Few Dollars More, and The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, films that transformed the Western genre and established Eastwood's iconic image as the steely-eyed, morally complex man with no name. As his fame grew, so did his interest behind the camera, beginning with his 1971 directorial debut play Misty for Me and later expanding into award-winning masterpieces such as Unforgiven, $1 Million Baby, Gran Torino, and American Sniper, films that explored morality, redemption, and the human condition. Beyond filmmaking, Eastwood's life was shaped by a complex personal journey, including marriages, long-term relationships, and an expanding family, all unfolding alongside his growing influence in Hollywood and even a brief turn in politics as mayor of Carmel by the Sea in the 1980s. Despite his towering legacy, Eastwood has always been generous in his praise of other actors, and when asked whom he respected most, he did not hesitate to name Lee Van Cleef, the unforgettable presence of the spaghetti western era. Eastwood admired Van Cleef's rare precision, intensity, and ability to command a scene without theatrics, describing him as an actor who could communicate danger, conflict, and emotion with nothing more than a stare or a subtle shift in expression. Their careers intertwined during the transformative years of the Western genre, and Eastwood recognized in Van Cleef a master of timing, presence, and controlled performance, qualities he deeply valued in the craft of acting. While Van Cleef was often typecast as a villain early in his career, he turned that limitation into artistic power, becoming one of cinema's most memorable antagonists through sheer discipline and commitment. Eastwood often reflected on Van Cleef's professionalism and unwavering dedication, noting that he always arrived prepared, respected the story, and elevated every scene he touched. To Eastwood, Van Cleef represented the essence of true acting: subtlety, discipline, emotional honesty, and a profound understanding of storytelling. By honoring him, Eastwood not only paid tribute to a peer he admired, but also highlighted the deeper values that define great performers. "There are many actors I admire," Eastwood said, "but Lee Van Cleef was something special. Watching him, learning from him, those are experiences that stay with you forever."